In this video, we will discuss about the Yokogawa DCS controllers. We will see what happens when one of the controller is not available due to any reason. It may be a card failure, network failure, or any other reason. If you see here, the first two cards are the power supply cards, and these two are the CPU cards, controller cards. These are communication cards. This is IO card. Here we're discussing about the controller cards. If you see, the controller cards have the Ethernet port connections. There is bus 1 and bus 2. Two cables are connected to each CPU. And on the top of the CPU, if you see, there are some LED indications. These will show us the status or state of the controller. And these are the CPUs. Okay. The first one is HRDY. This LED indication tell us about the healthiness of the CPU card. So it must be on when the card is working. And the second one is RDY. This LED tells us about hardware is working and the software is also available with the CPU card. So these two must be always on. And the third one is control. There are generally two CPU cards in a DCS, Yokogawa DCS. So one CPU controls the plant and the second CPU is standby. The left side CPU, this one, the control LED is on. In the right side CPU, the control LED is off. This indicates that this one, the left one is in controlling state and the second one is in standby state. It is not controlling. Due to any reason, if there is a problem with the first one or this left one, then this right controller will take control of the plant. During that time, this control related LED status will be on. And this one is copy. The controllers has the option, inbuilt option, such that they can directly take the program from one controller to another controller. Let us say there is some problem with one controller. We replace the controller with another controller. Then that new controller will take the program backup from the online controller, like that. The left controller may take from the right controller, or the right controller may take from the left controller. On the top, if you see, these are receive and send. When they are communicating, some data must be transferred in between them, right? The receive and send will blink and it will show us that they are communicating. The sync must be on always. If one controller fails, the second controller will take the control, right? So for this, these two CPUs must always be in sync, and these two CPUs must have all the input and output data. That is why these two CPUs must be in sync always. So we will see the test now. So these two are the CPUs, and each CPU card is having one internal battery and one start stop switch. This is the start stop switch, push button type. Okay, we can start or stop the CPU using this switch. If you see here, the left controller is in control state, the right controller is in standby state. Okay, both are online. The left is controlling the plant, the right is in standby state. Okay, what we will do, we will stop this left controller by pressing the start stop button here. Okay, then what happens, this left controller stops. Okay, whenever left controller stops, the right controller will take the charge. It will control the plant. So this control LED will be off in the left controller and the control LED in the right control will be on. Okay, we will do the test now. Just observe the LED indications. Okay, so now we are pushing this start stop button here. If you see, then immediately this left controller will be in stop state. Just observe the top LED indications. If you see, this controller, we stopped it. The left controller, we stopped it. So all LED indications are in off state. Immediately, the right controller takes the charge and it controls the plant. The plant will not be disturbed, okay, if one controller fails, because the second controller takes the charge immediately. There will be no difference. There will be no impact on the process. See, it is the status. Now, what we are doing, earlier we stopped it, right? Now we are again pressing the same button. It is a start stop button. One button for stop and the same button for start. It is in stop mode, so we are pressing it again. So it will start the controller again and again observe the LED indications. Okay. See, the first one HRDY came because this card is working fine. So HRDY LED is on. It is taking some more time. See, if you see here, this is important. The RDY LED is not turned on, right? Why? Because whenever this card is in stop mode or start mode, if there is some problem or some failure or intentionally, manually, we stopped it, then again, whenever it came online, the CPU again takes the program backup from the another controller. The both controllers must have the same data, same program. Okay. So to ensure that both cards must have the same program, this new controller which go into offline, again it came to online, it again takes the program, complete program backup from the another controller. In this case, it is right controller. That is why the copy LED is on. That means it is copying, the CPU card is copying the program from the right controller. Okay. It takes some time. Depends on your program size. And if you see the sync is not turned on, the receive send is blinking. That means data is going in and out. Once the copy is completed, the sync also will be turned on. If you see, the copy is also turned on the right controller. It is copying is going on. The program is downloading into the left controller from the right controller. Please note that it may take some time, depends on your program size. If you see, the program downloading is completed or copying is completed, then immediately this RDY is healthy. This LED is turned on. Both CPUs are having the same program backup and same data. That is why the sync LED is also turned on. Now, this left controller is also available. If there is some problem with the right controller, then the left controller will control the plant without any problem. Next, what we will do, we will remove the Ethernet cables, this bus 1, bus 2 cables on the right controller. Then the controller will be disconnected with the network. During that time, again the control will go to the left controller. Okay, we will see that. So we will remove the Ethernet cables now. See, one cable is removed. Still, the right controller is controlling the plant. all status are showing fine. Okay, because the bus 1, bus 2 redundancy is there. We will remove the second cable also. Okay. See what happens? The second cable also we removed it. Then all LEDs are turned off. The left controller, the control LED is on. That means this left controller right now it is controlling the plant. So if you again insert these cables, again our card will be online. Again, remember it will copy the data from the left controller and then same process repeats. After some time, this card will be also online and it will be also ready. If there is any problem with the left controller, then this controller will take the control. This is how the Yokogawa DCS CPUs will work. The bus 1 is connected, the receive send is started. We will connect the second bus cable also. Connected, and again we have to start it. Okay, remember if you remove the cables, the controller will go to the stop mode. Again we have to start it manually. Here it is, there is a button, we are just pressing it. Okay, it is started. Hardware ready came, then copy, it will do the copy. After some time, the ready will come. See, now the copy is started. Copy means it will take the data from the program backup from the left controller in this case. After copying, this copy LED will be off and the ready LED will be on. And then this right controller is available for the backup. So that's it, guys. Share your queries in the comment section. Thank you.